I just want to say thanks to everyone who's been scheduling personal readings with me, for all of your subscribes and likes and shares. It's just been great to watch that, so I really appreciate each and every one of you. So, okay, lots of blue energy. In the first part of the month, wow, still coming up blue. Blue is clear. Wow, look at all of this. Blue is the mental element. It's the mind. It can sometimes refer to clarity. I look at it as blue sky. Look at all of these cards so far. Blue background. Every single one of them. Blue sky is ahead for you, Aries. At least towards the beginning of the month. It looks like things may be changing towards the end of the month. Let's just take a look and see what's going on for you, Aries. Gosh, overwhelmingly. I have to say, just looking at this spread, there is so much blue energy that I'm just going to talk a little bit about the color blue because I think it's significant for you this month. One of the first things I'm seeing is definitely blue skies ahead. I mean, there may just be a lot of nice stuff that's coming for you, especially at the first 2/3 of the month. Blue is clarity, it's freshness. Like I said again, it has to do with the mental element, so it's all about mind. But I'm just seeing a lot of really clear blue sky energy for you, Aries. It's going to be a nice month for you. So I'm trying to think what else to say about blue. Blue, there's a couple different ways. On the high side, blue is reliability. It's the color that you'll see a lot of banks use that color in their logos or their branding because it's just so darn reliable. Blue can also, on the low side, blue can mean melancholy. So it can mean being a little bit sad or blue. But I'm just getting like a really fresh blue here for you guys. And even, turquoise is a version of blue that usually just means like abundance and prosperity and money luck. So there's a lot of really just nice fresh blue energy. It's also got like some indigo happening, and indigo is a color of mystery. It's a color of depth. I'm gonna have to put some links below to some of the blues that I'm seeing. I'm even seeing some ultramarine. So there may be some way that you guys are connected with water this month, or that you may be visiting water. I'm just seeing like water and clear blue skies. So if you're planning a trip that involves air travel, it's looking great. Or if you're going somewhere that's going to be near the ocean or where you can see the night sky, like the dark indigo of the night sky, lots of blue energy. I'll put some links below about blue because it's just really standing out for me with this reading. So let's see. Let's take a look at the first week or first 10 days, first part of the month for you. We've got Two of Wands, and then King of Swords, then Hanged Man, and Wheel of Fortune. So Two of Wands is a spiritual journey. This card, as you can see, sometimes there's two people involved, but the focus is on one person. This is like the energy of climbing atop Mount Kilimanjaro, and this may be the person who helps you get there. This orb here, the figure is holding it in their hand. So this represents it's kind of like a pearl. So it's like the world is your oyster. This card also means holding the world in your hands. So it's a real card of personal power. It's a card of knowing your own power, knowing your own strength, it's holding your own confidence, and it's holding your own boldness. And there's a way in which it's sort of got that feeling of I'm going to just go climb Mount Everest, or I'm going to go climb Mount Kilimanjaro. It's got this, everything is available to you. The world is my oyster. I can create anything that I want. So it's got that energy to it. It's different from Magician, though, because Magician is all about focus of consciousness and focus of attention, whereas this card is more about personal power. This is more about like your own will and directing your will, and feeling boldness, feeling confidence, feeling personal power. So it's more about like the vitality side rather than the consciousness creation side. Because it's in reverse, just telling me that, you know, are you questioning your own power? Are you questioning your own boldness, your own ability, your own view of seeing things in the world, as seeing the world as your playground? I mean, something is telling me that you may be deferring to the King of Swords, which is actually a very good card to defer to. This card is generally an air sign, so this could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And King of Swords is my King Solomon card. Sometimes I say that about King of Cups too, but King of Swords, actually they both have King Solomon elements. One because King of Cups is heart-based and King of Swords is mind-based. But he's a card, an archetype who makes really great decisions. You can see he's king of the mental element. And he's got all this oak growing around him, and he's got these shafts of wheat. It's basically like he knows what decisions to make that will yield good results, vital results. He's a very wise person, and he knows how to weigh things in a very logical, rational way and come to a good decision based on the rational mental element. So what I'm seeing with this is that your own personal power is a little bit kind of in shadow or not coming to the surface, and you may be deferring to this person who has good judgment. So this could go two ways. He's in the upright position, so really what he says, his word is law, and he is in the authority position. So this could be either a mentor that you are kind of growing under, or it could be that you're doubting yourself. You're hearing his words more than you're hearing your own. You're listening to his advice more than you're listening to your own inner confidence or boldness. But for some reason, I'm getting like a sweetness in this card that you're actually just like looking to him for advice. So there may be a nice dynamic going on here, but it's also could be that one of the things I'm thinking as I'm seeing these cards together is that you might just be looking for some good advice in order to access your own confidence, boldness, personal power, to take that step on your spiritual journey. So if there's a way in which, Aries, you're looking for someone who's got good advice, or you're looking for a mentor or an authority figure, he's around. He's there for you. So listen to, if you've got a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra in your midst, because you can see here, he's got all these oak leaves in full bloom, and there's only a couple leaves on these wands, but they're all there. So he's actually fully developed in the area that you're just starting to develop in, if that makes any sense. So any authority, wise man, could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Listen to the words that he has to say, because he has good advice for you, and it will help you correct this card and bring out more of your personal power, your boldness, your feeling like the world is my oyster. It'll give you a lot of confidence. So that is Two of Wands with King of Swords. You also have Hangman in reverse and Wheel of Fortune. Hangman in reverse tells me, first of all, this card normally appears like this. And what this is that it is a card of someone who marches to the beat of their own drum. They do things their own way. They're okay with being on the outside of society. He's hanging for everyone to see how different he is, but he's okay with it. He finds comfort, and he's able, in the Rider-Waite, there's a halo around him, and he finds comfort and ease in this position. So he's okay. What this tells me is that in reverse, you might be a little bit worried about what everyone's thinking. You might be worried about, taking off and doing your own thing and having, going on this journey, taking steps to feel and experience your own personal power and boldness, because you may be worried that people are going to say, who do they think they are, or what do they think they're doing? Because both of these are in reverse, I'm getting that sense that there's something you're hearing good advice, or you're looking for good advice, but you're too concerned with what the outward world is going to think if you actually take hold of some of your own power, confidence, boldness. So my interpretation of this card for you in the reverse position is, don't be afraid to let your own unique individuality shine through. Don't be afraid that people are going to think you're a freak, or that you're, stepping outside of the norms. You're original. You're one of a kind here. So don't be afraid of marching to the beat of your own drum. This card can be, there's a lot of people that I think of for this card where they have done things their own unique, original way, and it kind of pays off for them. People like, say, Andy Warhol, or Walt Disney, or, there's a million examples, Salvador Dali, where there's only one of them in the world. And I mean, that's true of all of us. It's just embracing that. And this card in reverse tells me that you may have some hesitancy in embracing your own individuality, your own uniqueness, your differences from the way that you're different from everyone else, but really it's a strength. But it also shows me this is Wheel of Fortune, and there is going to be some change happening. There is going to be some way in which what was at the bottom is going to be at the top, and what is going to be at the top is going to be at the bottom. Tables are turning. What's funny is that I'm seeing in this card, it's not exact, but there's kind of a parallel between this hanged man person, and then I don't know if you can see, but see this person who's wearing the red tights, who's kind of on the bottom and has fallen off the wheel. This guy also has the red tights, and I kind of get a sense that maybe whoever has been cast away or cast off is going to be kind of okay, find himself in an okay position. So this is like a castaway or being cast out, and this is another outcast. So, but he's on the bottom, but he's going to be on the top, because as this wheel turns, this royal family that's living it up, they're going to fall off this wheel, and he's going to come back up around and be on the top. So if there's a way in which you have been outcast, or you have been, estranged, or in some ways made like a pariah, or just if there's some way in which you're concerned about being excluded or looked at as outside the norm of things, don't worry. Tables are going to turn. Life is changing. This wheel, everything changes. What was up will be down, and what was down will be up. So your day is coming. And don't be afraid to be yourself. That's what this card in shadow tells me, is that there may be a way in which you are, just kind of holding back on who you naturally are because you're afraid of being considered an outcast. So don't worry about that. It's all sunny skies too. It's all clear blue sky. So you're thinking clearly is what it also tells me, Aries. Things are kind of coming into clarity for you. Ace of Cups. This is towards the middle of the month. Ace of Cups is a beautiful card. So Ace of Cups is about a new beginning. It's an ace. Cups is the heart element and the emotional element. So it's a new beginning of the heart. This could be either a project that you love, or it's the universe handing you something that you love. It's this card I always call my cup runneth over. And as you can see, this cup is so filled that it's spilling over into this beautiful land. And there's symbols of enlightenment and peace. and tranquility in this card. There's the lotus that comes up from the depths of the water and just creates this beautiful fulfilled symbol of fulfillment. And then there's also this dove, which is a symbol of, you know, peace and just like this is just happiness and joy and love, and it's something new that's coming to you. The universe is handing it to you. So your job is just to receive it, Aries. And it's a new beginning with something that you love. So be sure to look for that ace, that new beginning, that thing that you love coming to you. Also, here's some more. Look at all the cups energy in the middle of the month. You've got Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups. There is someone who, you know, may not be helpful to you or is in some ways a naysayer. Like this could be a mother figure or a sister or an aunt or someone at the workplace. She's queen, so she has some authority in your world, you know, whether it's a family member or a friend or a landlord, boss, coworker. For some reason you listen to what she says, but she has some cutting things to say, or I'm getting the fact that she may be a naysayer, someone she might be the source of who do you think you are? You know, what do you think you're doing? If this person is usually an air sign also, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So if you have a woman who is being kind of critical towards you or saying sharp, blunt things, she is the Queen of Swords, or saying, you know, you have to follow the rules. You have to follow how everybody does things. You know, you may not want to listen to her in the middle of the month. She's not necessarily helpful towards you in fulfilling all of this cups energy. I'm also seeing that she could be presenting you with something that's not exactly what it appears to be. This card, because she has all this, you know, Neptune foggy energy in the back too. There's a lot of clouds. This tells me that she could be offering you something or like a business deal, or she's offering you something that looks good on the surface. But I would definitely say, Aries, look it in the eye, check the references, check the fine print, you know, really look at this thing, because what she's presenting to you looks really rosy, you know, and it looks shiny and good. But this card, Seven of Cups, is about making decisions and about really seeing things for what they are, like not taking things at face value and really seeing like what is going to satisfy me, what is the correct choice for me. Don't be illusioned by, you know, the riches or the power or the fortress or the victory or, you know, masks, or there's a lot of things going on in this card. And this card is often a card of illusion or making choices, seeing choices for what they are. And so in some ways, I'm seeing her as related to this card also. She may be presenting a world or a version of the world that is a lot rosier. It's kind of like a story. And the question is do you want to buy into that or not? So it may be that she's saying something like, you need to buy into this world of how I see things so that you don't become an outcast. Or, you know, here's this card too. A moon can represent illusion also, and that's in line with her. And this card, there's some way in which Queen of Swords is presenting you with something that all the facts may not be on the surface. That's very unlike her. And that's probably why she is in the reverse position, because normally Queen of Swords is very clear. She's very direct. She's very honest. She's very forthright. She's has a lot of convictions and ideals. But in reverse position, she thinks she knows everything, but she doesn't necessarily. And she may be the source of why you're feeling like, oh, if I do things my own way, I could be outcast. I need to do things Queen of Swords way. There's a lot of illusion connected to her. So just be aware that there may be a Queen of Swords that, even though she says her word is law, you might want to take that with a grain of salt in the middle of the month. Again, Could be Libra, could be Aquarius, could be Gemini. That's typically who Queen of Swords is, although it can also just represent any woman in an authority position or whose advice that you usually follow. But in this case, I'm going to say it might not be the best to follow her advice, or don't feel like constricted or confined by the rules that she sets forth.